Hello, hello. We're here with part 2 of our file folder folio. So I will link part 1 down below, as well as the kit that I am using, but you can use any papers or supplies that you have. So I'm going to go ahead and just back out a little because that's a little bigger than I thought when it's all opened. So hopefully get a little bit more of that in camera. There we go. Anyway, so in the first video, we assembled the folio and we covered it with our papers. And I added this, I just added 3 pages, I believe, maybe 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pages folded in half, and they're in the kit. So these are all just ready to go. And these are the reason I actually made this folio the size I made it. So I added that simple signature right here within our journal, and there's plenty of tutorials out there of adding signatures, so I figured let's just not do that one on camera. Hopefully that is okay. But I added that signature in. I did not even measure or anything. I just stuck my awl in 5 holes, and then you start by going in this hole, coming out this hole, so down and then up, and then down and then up, and then skipping over to this one, going down, up through this one, down through this one, up through this one, and tying it right there in the center with the other end of the string. So really simple, but there's the quick short version for you. Now I'm going to go ahead and just start adding in some ephemera. It might be a 3 video if I decide to embellish it, because right now my goal is to kind of just get some things glued in, because sometimes it gets confusing for my brain to remember everything that I want to do. So I have a bunch of tags here and these beautiful pockets. I picked these ones because I like the alternating contrasting colors. So I'm going to put these in here. Now keep in mind, I'm going to keep this down a little lower because I still want room to put things into that pocket. So I'll just keep them there to help me eyeball everything, and we will just begin. So I'm going to glue, if this glue will work, I'm going to glue down just the 2 sides and leave the bottom open, because that will give me room for a nice tall tag in there, hidden back behind everything. Woo, shaky. So that's why I'm leaving the bottom open on this one. And then I'm going to just eyeball where I want that and keeping it centered. And then I'm going to evenly space those out and go ahead and keep working down. Same thing on this one. Oh boy, that was beautiful. I don't know why I'm so shaky this morning. Maybe I need sugar. That's a thing, right? Oh, let's bring that up a little more. Or maybe I need less sugar. That's probably more likely. Oh goodness. All right, this one, I'm gonna go ahead and go around all 3 sides. That'll seal off that bottom so nothing else is randomly falling out. I didn't get those perfectly straight. That's okay. All right, so we have our cute folders. And we have plenty of tags. So I'm just putting them in there now for placeholder sake, and I have more ephemera and stuff that I can add later, but I just wanted to get a few of these reserved for where I want them so they don't end up getting accidentally used somewhere else. So let's keep going. Oh, I know, on this flap here I have 2 tall pockets. I need to decide. Okay, I think I want the pink on this one and this one on this one. So these are just tall skinny pockets, perfect for this flap size. I'm just gonna go ahead and try to get a little glue all the way across so that that's stuck down really nice. There we go. Give that a nice bend, a nice crease. And I like these because you can fully use the space of that pocket with those flaps. So that's really nice. Give you that extra space in there. There we go. Cute. And then I have another tall, skinny one for this one. Sometimes these tall, skinny spaces are harder to find things to work with. So I love that this kit has some of these tall, skinny pockets. They're handy to have. All right, and again, just giving that a really nice crease, trying to conserve the space in my little journal. There we go. Isn't that a cute tag with the little bee? I love it. All right, so we have that one covered. And now I thought it would be fun to just have a little journaling envelope here. Oh, can you see that one? There we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and just glue that down, and I'm gonna find a way to kind of attach that using like a little label or something. So it will stay closed. And we're just centering it on that paper. All right, let's see. I want to do something on, let me show you. I don't need to do anything here because I'm just going to do some circles, so that will be fine. But I do want to find a way to cover on my spine my stitching. So I just have a piece of coffee dyed cotton fabric, and I am actually just going to glue that down and glue that down. So it'll actually wrap around and come into the front just a little bit, but I think the style of it fits this journal perfectly. So this is going to, and I'm gonna add a little extra under here because if that's not attached, that's not gonna do us any good. So I'm gonna be adding a good amount of glue for this. And I'm gonna use a scrap and just kind of spread that. Because I really want that sticking good. And then that's gonna come right onto that spine. So I just cut the fabric to the size of that I wanted. So you could make it longer if you want it to come clear over, like you could have it coming clear out to here, or use a piece of like a cotton lace would be really pretty. I just wanted it to kind of barely show. And then if you look really closely, I kind of frayed the edges just by pulling off a few strands for each one. So I just like that effect. Now I'm gonna come in here. Again, I'm gonna be pretty heavy on that glue because that's gonna be a hinge taking a lot of opening and closing. So a lot of glue would be a good plan. And it will hold that down really pretty. Oh, that looks really pretty. I love it. All right, let's go ahead. Same thing on the back. Good amount there. And really just press that down, make sure every bit of that has some glue squished into it. All right, on the front of this, I thought it would be fun to just add something very simple because I love this so much. I did not want to cover it. So I'm just gonna add our lace because I like it. And then I thought that was kind of cute to have like a special delivery. If you're giving it to somebody, it could be a fun little way to present that. Awesome. Okay, so I have one of the circles from the kit, and I thought, well, this would be kind of a fun way. I was gonna use the tiny piece of leftover, this tiny piece of leftover file folder to kind of create a big clasp. But then I saw this circle and I thought, well, I'll just make a little clasp and then I'll be able to see more of the cute bee all the time. So all I'm going to do, and I stamped it because I thought that would be fun. Let's make sure I have a Velcro dot, and that'll fit just perfect. And I'm gonna glue this part right here. Let me just show you. So this is gonna come on the back and glue on that back of that journal. And I bent it to the width of the journal, and I added a little extra because I know me, it's gonna puff open a little bit by the time I'm done. So that's why there's a little gap between these two sides of the book. And then I stamped. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue that back piece down and give that a nice, good amount of glue to really hold in place. I'm coming on the center. Obviously you don't have to. You could come further up or down on your book. It just depends on what you want. And then making sure everything's folding nicely. And I have a little tab of glue there, so I'm gonna get rid of that because I don't want that gluing there. All right, and now I have my little tiny Velcro glue dot. This is the front and the back. I just do that so they'll be lined up. And it doesn't hurt to add a little extra glue on there. Even though these are really sticky, and I've never had trouble with the ones I haven't glued down, but just in case, why not make sure that's bending okay? And then you can simply take that plastic off, a little bit of extra glue, and then we're gonna come get our journal how we want it, and then attach that on. And give that a nice, good stick. And then when that dries, gotta be careful opening it for the first couple of times right now until that dries up really good. But you'll have a nice little clasp for your journal. So super easy, super fun. Now I need to decide how I'm gonna make these. I do have this extra piece, and I do have some extra paper from this kit, but I think what I'm gonna do, because I want these to be solid little circles, because I'm gonna make it into like a, oh, I don't know what you can call it. Anyway, that's what I'm making. You'll see, you'll know what I mean. So I'm kind of gonna just pick, I think I have these little tickets, and I think that would be really cute to have them behind the circles. I think I like this more neutrally colored better. I have so many, oh, this is cute. I think I like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that down. I'm just making this part up now as I go. I haven't really planned this part out, so I'm really just crafting with you. And I think I want this one to be lower, more in the center. And this one can come right here. Hopefully those are pretty lined up. Sometimes it's hard when you're looking at it up close, but I think those are pretty lined up. Now I need some sort of a neutral You wouldn't believe all the little extras in this kit. I'm just gonna start bringing some of these over here and deciding which one I'm going to demolish. Okay, so I have this. This is the kind of coloring that I'm going for. That means I have to destroy this cute circle, and that's okay. You should know that you can always destroy any part of a kit for the sake of another part. I'm gonna go ahead and glue this down here, and you'll see where I'm going. I'm just gonna make out of this 2 circles to be my circle closures on there. But I wanted 2 pieces of cardstock because I like those circles that are being closures to be nice and thick. So I'm just gluing that to my scrap piece, and I think that circle will be big enough. Let's see, hopefully I can get 2 out of this. It's gonna be close. That'd be really sad if I couldn't after all that, but I guess it's okay if it has a little edging on it too. That won't hurt anything. Get that out of there. But I think this will be the perfect color. You know, we're gonna get a little bit of that in there, but I think that's fine. I'm not too worried. There we go. All right, so these are gonna be our circles, and I want them to stick up off of the page just a little bit. You know what would also be fun is to stamp on these. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. But I want them to stick up off the paper, so I actually have a tiny scrap piece of chipboard that I just use, and it works really nicely. So I'm gonna stamp because I think it will be fun. Cute. And I have another one here. These are the Tim Holtz field notes. There we go. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and scooch all my extras off to the side and get my tiny chipboard pieces. See, this is my chipboard. It's just a scrap from when I used that to make the spine of a book. And I just cut them into little rectangles. Because honestly, I'm not gonna put my hole punch through that because it's really thick. Place that in the center. And you can glue your circles on first. That way you'll be sure to have that centered more on your circle. But this way works as well. Oh, that's cute with the stamping. I really like how that turned out. I love it. All right. Usually I glue my little string on first, but I didn't, so that's okay. I can actually probably have pulled that one off still. I'll do it. It makes it so much easier to glue this on first. But I just come right around a couple edges of my chipboard with a good amount of glue. And then I take my twine and I just wrap it. And then by the time that dries, it will be solid. There we go, much better. All right, let's clear up some of this stuff. Got all this good art supply. Oh, that'll be so cute. All right, that piece is done. This is done. I need something for here. I'm trying to decide. Oh, do you know what would be cute? A little belly band tag. Let's find a good size belly band tag that will fit right across there. Or you could even use like a side pocket. I don't think that will fit though. Just looking for a tag that's big enough. This side pocket will work. Ooh, I like that. I think I want to make a side pocket there and with a tiny envelope inside. Let's go ahead and glue that pocket down. I love it. So now that you have everything cut out and inked from your kit, it makes it really easy to just fill this little folio because everything is already ready to go. So all you're doing is playing at this point and just deciding how to use things, where will they fit, what do I love, and just putting them in. So, oh, I have this other envelope too. I do like that cute little bee, and it kind of is fun because it complements this one down here. I think I'll use my bee envelope and save that one for inside my book here. Cute. Okay. So I guess we can go ahead and start adding a few things right into our bee book right now. Again, this is just too cute and I don't want to cover it. This is a project that Elena made using this kit and is the cutest little pocket. So I will link that short little tutorial also, but I really want that to have its own special space in this because it's so cute. I'll probably leave that for journaling just in case, but I'm going to turn this into a pocket and go ahead and put another big tag behind there. Yes. Oh, isn't that paper cute? I love it. So I'm coming down all three sides to create space for that tag. And I'm not worrying right now too much about embellishing my tags or finding my closures for my other little envelope here. I'm just sort of playing, and if something strikes my fancy, I'm gonna use it and I'm just gonna put it in because when you have the idea, go ahead and jump on that. I kind of think this little pocket here and then still space for journaling would be kind of fun. Let's see, do I have a good tag that I like with that pocket? That one I think is too big. Oh, I know what to do. Let's do a circle tuck. Yes, I love these bees in this kit. So I just glue kind of like that, if you can see that on there, yeah. And then that creates kind of a corner tuck here. And that's a good size for that. It'll hold it down plenty well. All right, let's see, what else do I want to use? I have another tall pocket. That would be fun. Oh, I have some file folders and I've been really having fun playing with file folders. So maybe I will just put this in and then come back in and find ways to embellish that. I could make that a pocket as well. And do I like it at the bottom better? Or even, so many choices. I think I like it to flip out like this. And I think there's enough in my journal, and I'm gonna put some stuff in here, so I don't wanna make it a pocket. I'm just gonna glue the file folder in to remind me that I wanna do something with my file folder. There's lots of fun things you can do. You can add little belly bands inside. You can make, just put some coffee dye paper for journaling. You can make a collage. You can put a tiny pocket or even like a little envelope behind a belly band. There are just a ton of possibilities. Now, and you don't have to put, like, this is journaling, but you can still do something really fun, like just glue this cute little guy down. And I love him, so I'm gonna put him down because I thought of it and I don't wanna forget. Lovely. All right, I love this pocket. Don't know if I love it on, oh, I love it on this page. Ooh, 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 ooh. I love it on this page too, with cute bees. Or do I love that because it gives us pattern on both sides? I think I love this. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I can embellish the front of that tag more, add an eyelet or some lace or both, just whatever. And I really need to crease the edges of those pockets down. There we go. So I'm just working my way through. I love this, but I wish this was a pattern. So I almost want to cut this. I'm going to. You could print on both sides and then this wouldn't be a problem. And you could use that as a tuck. But for this, I'm gluing it down and I want that pattern. So I'm breaking the rules and I'm gluing it, cutting it and re-gluing it, which is fine. And I think it's good to know that you don't have to use things the way it looks like you have to always use them. You can get creative and break some rules, and it might turn out even better. I am so sorry. The sun is shining in my, well, I'm not sorry about that, but I'm sorry for the goofy shadows. The sun is shining and it's a beautiful day, and we're gonna have an eclipse today. So that will be fun. All right, I could, let's see if I want to. I love that. Just seeing if I have another piece I want to put behind that. I have this little envelope, but I want to use that somewhere else. So I think I'm just going to go with that and call it good, and maybe put another tag in if I decide to. There we go. I'm going to center that and just enjoy that paper. More journaling. I really do want, I'm wondering if this is, no, that's not going to be big enough. I really want to do some kind of a belly band, but I'm not finding a piece that I can use for that. Oh, I know what to do. I love this pocket. Pocket with an envelope. Beautiful. I'll try to get out of the goofy shadows the best I can. Anyway, so I hope you just are kind of getting the gist of how these come together and how there really isn't any big and hard and fast rule for how to do these. I have these cute tiny tags. That would be so cute with my envelope. And I can come back through and then put some fussy cuts or something on that envelope too. All right, let's see where we're at on thickness here. You shut this first. And we're gonna shut these, and that should be plenty dry by now. Okay. All right, we're getting up there. But I think we're good. We're gonna have plenty of room to add some other fussy cuts and embellishments. So I love it. I love it. It's chunky. It's filled with possibility. So this is where we're at so far. I'm gonna stop the video here before it gets too long, but the next one I'm gonna come back and we're gonna be totally finishing off the details, the stamping, the fussy cuts, the lace, the dangles, all of that good stuff. But here's where we're at so far. You'll open up the journal and we have these flip outs with an envelope and this little, oh wait, that goes here, and this triple pocket. And then we have our fun little book that we're starting to fill up with lots of ideas and just getting ready to add the finishing touches that really bring the magic. And then you have these cute little long, tall skinny pockets over here. So anyway, I am excited to finish this up with you and we will keep working. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day and we will talk to you soon. Bye.